What does Islam say about other religions? This is one of the most important and most honestly contested questions in Islamic theology, and the answer is more layered than either critics or apologists usually allow. Here is the complete honest picture. The common ground, people of the book. The Quran divides humanity into believers and non believers, but within that framework makes a specific and significant distinction. Jews and Christians are called al-Kitab, people of the book, meaning communities who received earlier divine scriptures. The Quran describes these scriptures, the Torah and the Gospels, as genuine revelations from God and describes Moses and Jesus as genuine prophets. This creates a theological common ground between Islam and these traditions that is entirely unique in the major world religions. Islam formally recognizes the validity of earlier Abrahamic revelation, where Islam sees distortion. At the same time, the Quran holds that the original messages of Moses and Jesus were subsequently altered or misinterpreted by their communities. The Jewish and Christian scriptures, in their current form, are considered to contain both authentic elements and human additions or errors accumulated over time. This is why Islam presents itself not as a new religion, but as a restoration of the original monotheism that all prophets taught. Non Abrahamic traditions. The Quran's framework for non Abrahamic religions is less clearly defined. Islamic scholars have debated for centuries whether the concept of people of the book extends to Zoroastrians, and classical law extended certain protections to them. For traditions like Hinduism and Buddhism, there is no direct Quranic address, and scholars have differed on how to categorize them. Some have argued that the Quranic statement that God sent messengers to every community means every major tradition may contain authentic prophetic seeds, even if not identifiable by name. Non Muslims and salvation. Perhaps the most debated question: can non Muslims enter paradise? The dominant traditional position holds that salvation requires Islam, but a significant scholarly tradition distinguishes between those who heard Islam's message clearly and rejected it versus those who never encountered it authentically. God's justice, the argument goes, cannot hold accountable those who never had a genuine opportunity to respond. The depth of Islamic theology across 14 centuries continues to reward honest and careful study. Every honest account of this faith adds one more piece to a picture that grows richer the more closely one looks. Context and nuance separate real understanding from oversimplified summaries that miss what actually matters. These are exactly the kinds of details that make an enormous difference to genuine understanding of the faith. This channel exists to provide honest, respectful, context rich education about Islam for the genuinely curious. Honest engagement with this material is exactly what this channel is built around every single day. The depth of Islamic theology across 14 centuries continues to reward honest and careful study. Every honest account of this faith adds one more piece to a picture that grows richer the more closely one looks. Context and nuance separate real understanding from oversimplified summaries that like if this gave you a fuller picture. Subscribe. Truth every day. I'm Noor. This is Islam with Noor. Thank you for listening.